One of 3 changes to the Antrim team, but it's blocked out there by Kellyanne Doyle, wearing the number 21 jersey today for the Cats, and she brings the ball up the middle of the field. Both sides trying to attack, but a bit of nerves in the early stages. Megan McGarry wins the ball for Antrim, sends it down the field. A bit of tennis with the French Open on and Roland Garros, who will get game, set, match in this game in Corrigan Park, as Aoife Prendergast tries to find a way inside the Kilkenny defence. Nearly 3 minutes gone in this game. A shot out the far side of the field for Kilkenny. It's another effort that's gone out to the right and wide, and with that it gives us a chance to run through the Kilkenny team. Aoife Norris is in goal. A full back line of Ciara Phelan were in 4, Grace Walsh 3 and Sinead O'Keefe number 30. The half back line were number 21 Kellyanne Doyle, 6 is Niamh Deely and 23 is Laura Norris. In midfield, where number 11 is Katie Power, partner number 9, Miriam Bambrick, or number 7, Miriam Bambrick. The half-forward line 10 is Sarah Barco, 9 is Laura Murphy, and 18 is Katie Nolan. And the inside line 20, Ashley McCarty. The captain, Aoife Prendergast, wears number 15, and Julie Ann Malone is number 19. 6 changes I told you in the Kilkenny team: Ciara Phelan, Sinead O'Keefe, Kellyanne Doyle, Sarah Barco, Ashley McCarty and Laura Norris are the 6 players coming back in. Maeve Kelly with a shot for Antrim. You heard a yes in the background, because Maeve Kelly puts the ball over the bar in the 4th minute of the game for Antrim, and the hosts go into the lead. It's Antrim 1 point, Kilkenny no score. The 6 players to make way for Kilkenny are Michelle Teehan, Katie Byrne, Tiffany Fitzgerald, Laura Green, Aoife Doyle and Miriam Walsh. Aoife Prendergast with the ball, sending a nice one down in the direction of Ashley McCarty. Both of them from Dixborough, but this is an opportunity for Kilkenny, the far side of the field. The ball has gone over the bar, and it's Julianne Malone who puts it over the bar in the 5th minute. Good response there by Kilkenny. 1 point apiece. As we mentioned there, a historic day for Ulster Camogie. 3 teams hosting championship matches on the same day. One of those games threw in at 1 o'clock. And currently Cork lead down by 2-16 to 1-5. There's 4 games, including this one, thrown in the 2. We'll keep an eye on the ball. Julianne Malone on the ball again for Kilkenny, coming in for a chance for a shot. A goal for Kilkenny. And the ball goes into the back of the net. Julianne Malone with the score in the 5th minute of the game. An attack down the right-hand side of the field. And it's Julianne Malone who gets the strike. Kilkenny 1-1. Antrim a point. Antrim will be disappointed with their opening day defeat to Derry. Let's run through their team very, very quickly. 3 changes from the side that were beaten in Cushendall last week. Katrina Graham is in goal. Full back line of Faye McIntosh, Megan McGarry and Claire McKillop. Half backs are Erin Colger, Yvonne Martin and Amy Boyle. In midfield, Emer Johnston is partnered by Siobhan McKillop, Maeve Kelly, Fanula Kelly and Sarah Fife are the half-forward line, and the inside line of Katrine Dobbin, Roisin McCormick and Anna McKillop. You saw another effort there for Kilkenny from Aoife Prendergast. Go to the right and wide. Peter Cleare's team have 3 wides in the game already. But again, it's very early stages and very little breeze. As we say, anything favouring Antrim at the moment. We will be keeping an eye on all the other games that are taking place over the course of this broadcast. But our focus is on the action as Katrina Graham restarts the action for the Saffrons. Down the field, good distance on the puck out. 2 players fighting for the ball. It's Sarah Fife who takes possession, sends it down the direction of Katrine Dobbin. She wears 13 but loses out to Ciara Phelan. Playing a right corner back today, even though she's wearing the number 4 jersey. Ball goes out over the line, the far side of the field. An interesting stat for you, that point by Maeve Kelly on the 4th minute for Antrim was the first score from play Kilkenny have conceded in this year's championship. They only conceded 4 points to Limerick last week. All of them from place balls. A high challenge on Katie Nolan in the red helmet. And she wins the free. And more than likely be for Prendergast, who takes this. Katie Nolan will able to take frees herself. But it's Aoife Prendergast. Got 5 points in that victory against Limerick. On the 45-metre line. 7 minutes gone. Here in the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. Can she put 4 points between the teams? Taking her time. Goes for the shot at the post. The umpire likes it. The ball has gone over the bar. Kilkenny go 4 points in front. It's Kilkenny 1-2. Antrim a point. So Katrina Graham get us going again. Goes for the short puck out. Megan McGarry launching it down towards the attack. Good covering there by Katie Power. Back in the midfield role today, gives it to Laura Murphy, who's playing the half-forward line. They're normally the other way around. Kilkenny showing their versatility in the early stages of the 2024 championship. Good play here. It's Aoife Prendergast with the shot. Snatched it a little bit on that occasion. Ball goes to the left and wide. Antrim reached the All-Ireland quarter-final last year, losing to Tipperary. A lot of changes from the team lining out today from that match. As many as 11 changes from the team that played that All-Ireland quarter-final. Maeve Kelly wasn't there. She's been fighting injury for 2 years. Herself and Roisin McCormack were star shared 114 when they won that 2021 Intermediate All-Ireland. And of course there's many of the 2022 Premier Junior champions from Antrim here as well. Erin Coulter with the ball down on the right hand side of the field, goes for the shot. It's my work out for Antrim, and it's just gone to the left and wide. Katrine Dobbin was there hovering, just couldn't get the touch on it that she wanted. But a good attack by Erin Coulter down the right. A very young half-back line that Antrim have in this game, but showing exactly the future is bright as Laura Murphy gives the pass out the far side of the field to Miriam Bambrook in the white helmet, looking to give the return pass, but good work by Antrim. And they bring the ball towards the 65-metre line. It needed a second player, but they found a second player, and Antrim are not going to lie down for this game. Down towards the attack, the ball just getting away from Grace Walsh. Back in the Kilkenny starting team as well, but she got a little touch in it. So it's going to be a 45 for Antrim. Kilkenny were missing a few players during a disappointing league campaign for themselves, but they finished 5th in Division 1A. Many of them back, including Grace and Miriam Walsh. Miriam not starting this particular game. The only two main names that are missing from last year are Denise Gall, who's travelling, and Claire Phelan, who has retired. Chance here now for Antrim to bring this back to a 3-point ball game. 9.5 minutes gone. It's taken. The 45 looks good, and Roisin McCormack puts it over the bar. Good response for Antrim. They needed it. It's Antrim 2 points. Kilkenny 1-2. So the puck out conceded by Aoife Norris. Laura Norris gets in the way. He's of a Niamh Deely. And Miriam Bambrook launches it down towards the attack, where Kilkenny try and open up a bit of space. Good defended by Antrim. Faye McIntosh. Her twin sister Ellen on the panel as well. Started the last day, not starting this one. Amy Boyle sent it towards the attack. But it's won back by Kilkenny and Katie Power. The experience, she played in the 2009 All-Ireland final against Cork. They were only out a minor then. Referee spotted her touching the ground. So it's going to be a free for Antrim outside the 65-metre line. And Roisin McCormack to get us up and running again in a second. We will be keeping an eye on what's happening in the country during this broadcast. We'll watch Roisin McCormack take the free. Can she bring it back to a 2-point ball game? It's not going to be far away, and the ball shimmies, but just won't bounce in Antrim's favour. Two very, very dangerous balls that have been sent down towards the goal. None of them working out. The young Antrim supporters in front of us here in the commentary box, they'd love to see an Antrim goal. They're right here beside us to the right. No doubt they will cheer if Antrim get their goal. They've come close twice. Tipperary lead Derry by 8 points to 2. That game started at 2 o'clock as well. Kilkenny win the ball back through Sarah Barco. She gives it to Katie Power, and Katie Power down towards the end of the attack. To the white boots, the maroon helmet of Aoife Prendergast. The pass off for Katie Nolan. Katie Nolan on the move here for Kilkenny. A chance for a shot at the second goal. It's a second goal for Kilkenny into the back of the net in the 12th minute of the game. And it's a deadly duo again. Prendergast and Nolan. And Katie Nolan finishes into the back of the net. And it's Kilkenny 2-2. Antrim 2 points. This is not the start that Antrim would have wanted. They won't panic. Katrina Graham restarts the action. All breaks down, but Kilkenny are just waiting these breaks well. Laura Murphy tried to find a teammate. Good work looked like by Emer Johnston. But the pass across goes out over the line. So it's going to be a sideline cut right here in front of us in the commentary box. Kilkenny restarting the action down the left. Julianne Malone who got the first goal. Waterford lead Limerick by 3 points to 0. We're watching Kilkenny the far side of the field. And Eva Prendergast working hard, even if a few of the shots she's had in the game so far haven't been up to her high standard. This might work out nicely. This is good play here. Ashley McCartney with the ball for Kilkenny. A chance for a third goal. It's in the back of the net. Katie Power involved in the attack. And Ashley McCartney puts it into the back of the net. A third goal for Kilkenny. And it's Kilkenny 3-2. Antrim 2 points. An ideal start for the 2022 All-Ireland Senior Champions as Antrim are organising a substitute, and we'll tell you about that in a moment. But a blow for the home fans. There's an Antrim player on the ground the far side of the field. So we're going to have a hold up for a moment. We will check on what's happening in the game between Galway and Wexford in a couple of minutes. But if you're just joining our broadcast here in association with Entry on the Camogie Association YouTube page, if you're a Kilkenny supporter, you've missed an awful lot in the opening 14 minutes because it's Kilkenny 3-2, Antrim 2 points. Substitution taking place for Antrim. Julianne Malone, Katie Nolan and Ashley McCarthy with the 3 goals. And we can tell you there's Jamie McIntosh, who's come on. It looks like an injury to Sarah Fife. So Sarah Fife is gone off the field of play. So a blow for Antrim there. They didn't waste any time with it. Referee spots a foul. There's a Kilkenny player on the ground, so getting a bit stop-start. But for Antrim, it's very, very important. The referee's having a word with Roisin McCormack for the challenge there. Looks like a Niamh Deely. Roisin McCormack has already scored one of the goals of the year this year, representing TU Dublin in the Ashburn Cup final. Check out the clip on social media. Galway lead Wexford by 6 points to 3. So we're up to date with all the games so far. The match between Dublin and Clare doesn't throw in until 4 o'clock. Niamh Deely receiving attention. And it's going to be a free for Kilkenny inside their own 65-metre line. Sends the ball down towards the attack. Scramble for possession there, Antrim desperately looking to get their hands in it. They're delighted to be back in Corrigan Park. They're hoping to have better fortune like their male counterparts have had here this year when they beat Wexford. Pass across, opportunity for a shot. Looks like Laura Murphy going for the post. And she puts the ball over the bar. So can he get another score? 16 minutes gone. It's 3-3 to 2 points. Antrim again going short. Down towards their centre back, Yvonne Martin. Former student of St. Patrick's Mahara. Down towards the inside line. But Kilkenny just seem to have that extra body there at the moment. Antrim, though, won't give up. This is good play by Maeve Kelly. Apologies, that was actually Jamie McIntosh. No, it was Maeve Kelly. She wins the free. Roisin McCormack is going to take this outside the 20-metre line. And again, it's just getting the score. Puts it over the bar. Antrim get their 3rd point of the game. A second for Roisin McCormack. And it's Antrim 3 points. Kilkenny 3-3. Aoife Norris, the goalkeeper, was a coach in the Ashburn Cup. Finds Laura Murphy. Challenge there, the advantage given. We're going to go back for the free. Yvonne Martin wasn't letting the Kilkenny number 9 get too far away. Kilkenny lining out today with 9 of the team that agonisingly lost that All-Ireland quarter-final in Croke Park last year to Cork, 2-14 to 2-13. Cork go on to win the All-Ireland. Aoife Prendergast to take this. You see the flags in the background there, just blowing a little bit as Aoife Prendergast takes the free. When she takes her time, goes into her routine, she never misses. Aoife Prendergast with the score. And it's now 3-4 to Kilkenny, 3 points to Antrim, 18 minutes gone here in Corrigan Park. Sarah Fife still receiving attention the far side of the field. A blow for her. Kilkenny just in their groove at the moment. Marion Bambrick gives it off to Laura Murphy, who's really grown in influence in the game. She's won another free. She'll go for the shot first herself. We're going to go back for the free. And a chance for Aoife Prendergast. Kilkenny have been All-Ireland champions 15 times, runners-up 10 times. Antrim have been All-Ireland champions on 6 occasions, the last being 1979, 10 times runner-up. But you believe it, in 41 All-Ireland finals between them, they have never met on the biggest day on the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship calendar. But 2 counties with a strong tradition in the game. Aoife Prendergast to take this. .45 metres out, the umpire is going for the white flag again, and Aoife Prendergast puts the ball over the bar. 20 minutes gone. It's Kilkenny 3-5, Antrim 3 points. Antrim just trying to work it out. They had a difficult league campaign themselves. Came 4th in Division 1B. There was one result we won't talk about, but they bounced back with a couple of victories. Indeed, they won 3 of their 5 games. They show great character as Julianne Malone picks out Katie Nolan. Katie Nolan has lost the hurl, but leaves it for Aoife Prendergast. Aoife Prendergast getting into our groove. That's a fantastic score by Aoife Prendergast, putting the ball over the bar. First from play, and Kilkenny go to 3-6. Antrim on 3 points. Katrina Graham, long drive down towards the opposing 65-metre line, trying to mix up the puckouts. Kilkenny just nowhere to be. The experience of Katie Power as she sends it across to Niamh Deely, surrounded by 3 Antrim players. Amy Boyle will win the free. Sinead O'Keefe just catching her on the occasion. So a chance now. Amy Boyle, one of those players that started that 2021 All-Ireland Intermediate Camogie final. I think the referee's going to have a word with Sinead O'Keefe. We'll keep an eye on that as we try and find out what's happening around the country. Wexford have scored a goal against Galway. So we have the score we have in front of us here. It's 5 points to 1-2. So there's obviously a score for Galway beforehand that hasn't been given for Wexford. We'll double check that again in a moment. We'll watch Roisin McCormick with the free for Antrim. Puts the ball over the bar. 21 minutes into the game. 4 points to Antrim, 3-6 to Kilkenny. Down the left-hand side of the field, Sarah Barco wears number 10. Waterford have scored a goal against Limerick. They lead by 1-5 to 2 points. As Antrim clear the ball. This is Maeve Kelly. Maeve's on the run. The referee says too many steps. And you can hear the Antrim supporters not happy about the decision. Tipperary have scored a goal against Derry. They're now 113 to 5 points up in that game. And we have a result from the opening game of today. Cork beat down by 4-21 to 1-7. That game was a result. A 1 o'clock throw-in. A free for Kilkenny here. Aoife Prendergast. Exactly halfway out the field. Our side 11 points to the good. Kilkenny beat Dublin in the Leinster final this year. You can never discount Northsiders' challenge in an All-Ireland race. They have won it twice already this decade. Aoife Prendergast with the free. Gains a couple of yards, is not going to travel the full way. The referee spotted a Paul there. Kilkenny attacker, so it's going to be a free out for Antrim. And Megan McGarry, Soaring Star nominee in 2022, restarts the action. Down the field, that's a great interception on that occasion by Kellyanne Doyle. A player that has been so unlucky with injuries, but a warrior for Kilkenny. Marion Bambrick is there to help out too. Katie Nolan gets involved, but good play by Siobhan McKillop for Antrim. Send it down towards the attack, hoping that Katrine Dobbin can get in this, but Kilkenny have the numbers. And Aoife Norris sends it out the far side of the field, back to Kellyanne Doyle, hand pass to Niamh Deely. Good block down there, I think Siobhan McKillop was there again. And the ball goes out over the line, the far side of the field for Antrim. Roisin McCormick to restart the action, didn't get the touch in that she wanted. Marion Bambrick sends the ball across the field, and there the runner's coming. Just goes out over the line, despite the best efforts of Sarah Barco. So we're going to restart the action with the sideline cut for Antrim. They'll be desperately disappointed to have conceded the 3 goals. It's one thing they would have wanted to avoid, but you have to admire Kilkenny's work rate, link-up play and movement in creating those chances. As Yvonne Martin sends the ball back in the direction of Erin Coulter. But Kilkenny have overturned the ball again. This is Katie Nolan. Katie Nolan talking about keeping going, turns on her right hand side. That's good enough for Katie. And she puts the ball over the bar, does Katie Nolan, on 25 minutes. It's Kilkenny 3-7, Antrim 4 points. There's lots of young players here today from the home club, Naomh Eoin, and from other clubs. No doubt they'll be out to get their chance to play in front of their family, friends and peers at half-time. As Sinead O'Keefe sends the ball down the left for Kilkenny to the 45-metre line, won by Claire McKillop. And a touch of the hand there, and an excellent touch by Laura Norris, you have to say. And she takes the return pass from Sinead O'Keefe. Yvonne Martin sends the ball across the field. That'll be an excellent pass if it works out fine to Fionnuala Kelly. She has the ball for Antrim, sent it down the field. Katrine Dobbin showing great bravery there to get in, but just didn't get the touch she wanted on that occasion. Ciara Phelan gives it back to Kellyanne Doyle. And Kellyanne Doyle sends it towards the attack. And this is what Kilkenny want, that bit of space. Julianne Malone on the move again. Julianne has the space that's opening up here for her. She's got 1 goal already. She's got a second. The ball's in the back of the net. Julianne Malone with her 2nd goal of the day. And Kilkenny get their 4th. And it's 4-7 to 4 points. Great play by Kilkenny down the right-hand side of the fields. And Julianne Malone sticks in the back of the net. For Antrim now, it could well be damage limitation, but there's still another half of Camogie to be played. But Kilkenny don't look like they're in the mood for holding up at the moment. Janie McIntosh has other ideas. Send it down towards the attack again with this work out for Katrine Dobbin. Aoife Norris is out to beat it straight away, the Kilkenny goalkeeper. Good touch by Roisin McCormick. Gets to the 45-metre line, goes for the shot. That's Roisin McCormick. Puts the ball over the bar. Good response for Antrim. 5 points for them. 4-7 for Kilkenny. Aoife Norris won't be in a rush. Ball breaks in the middle of the park for Emer Johnston. Down to Fionnuala Kelly. Siobhan McKillop wears number 9. She did well there. Great battle. Katrine Dobbin trying to help out. And eventually Ciara Phelan wins that particular duel. Laura Norris out to Julianne Malone, who's come back to help out in the middle of the park. This is Sarah Barco, and Sarah Barco's on the move. It's opened up here. She'll go for the shot. Great save from the goalkeeper, Katrina Grave. And Ashley McCarthy was in on the rebound. Can she finish it into the back of the net? That's a fantastic save from the Antrim goalkeeper, just when a fifth goal looked almost certain. Down the other end of the field. And it's won back by Kilkenny. Grace Walsh to Katie Power. Sinead O'Keefe. Van Martin gets a touch, but the ball continues moving towards our left. The goal that Kilkenny are attacking. Erin Coulter gets in the way there to break it up for the Ulster side. Goes past the 45-metre line, the pass down direction, Siobhan McKillop. This might work out with the Antrim number 9. Niamh Deely says no. Wins the ball back. 2 minutes of normal time remaining in the first half. Kilkenny in control, but Antrim continuing to show spirit. Roisin McCormick with the ball inside the 65-metre line, but this come from Maeve. Maeve of the Kelly clan. Goes out over the line, not to be in that occasion for Antrim. Action restarts. Laura Murphy. Megan McGarry wins it back. Down the field there. Laura Murphy and Roisin McCormick. Roisin McCormick with a touch forward for Maeve Kelly. Maeve Kelly sends it down, but again you can just see Antrim pulling the players out to try and get the supply, and when they send it inside, Kilkenny just have that extra body. That time it was 4-on-1, 4-on-2, and let you decide at home what way you saw it. Collision between the two players, but the referee spotted a push in the back. That's going to be an Antrim free. Feel free to post a comment, your thoughts on the game so far. There's over 30 seconds of normal time remaining in the first half. We'll keep an eye on the officials to see how much added time will be played. There's an Antrim player down the far side of the field. Our broadcast of this Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship live from Corrigan Park. Brought to you in association with Antrim. On the Camogie Association YouTube channel. We can tell you that Amy Boyle is okay, fit to continue. The long free down for Antrim, but it bounces out to the left and wide. Their third wide of the game. Kilkenny have had 4. And Kilkenny moving it out to the 45 through Kelly and Doyle. Ashley McCarthy. Referee says too many steps. It's been a rule he's been particular on for both teams in the opening half. I think we're going to have 1 minute of added time. And 30 seconds of that have been played, so this might be the last attack of the first half. Katrine Dobbin, can she get something to get the Antrim fans cheering? Out to Siobhan McKillop. Niamh Deely never too far away. Siobhan turns well. Back in for Katrine, but Ciara Phelan getting the touch in there. Referee says it's a throw. So it's going to be a free in for Antrim before half time. A chance for Roisin McCormick to get a score for them. Roisin McCormick with the shot, puts the ball over the bar. And the referee's going to blow the half-time whistle. Kilkenny in control, lead by 13 points at the break. And quite simply, it's been down to the 4 goals that they have scored. The side shared the opening couple of points. Maeve Kelly getting 1. Julianne Malone replying for Kilkenny. But it was the latter getting the first Kilkenny goal on 5 minutes that put the visitors in the driving seat. Their second goal came from Katie Nolan in 12 minutes, followed very, very quickly by Asha McCarthy 60 seconds later. And then, on 26 minutes, Julianne Malone got her second goal of the game. Kilkenny's 4th, and they are in control. That being said, there's another 30 minutes of Camogie to play here in Corrigan Park, and anything is possible. The young players are coming on your screen there now from the various different clubs in Antrim, and they'll entertain us here for the next 5-10 minutes. We're going to take a break, have a drink of water and catch a coffee, but we hope you come back and join us here for live coverage of the second half of this Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship game. Puts Kilkenny in front at the break. They lead by 13 points. It's Kilkenny 4-7, Antrim 6 points. Good afternoon, thank you very much and welcome back here to Corrigan Park as we get ready for the second half of the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. Kilkenny in control on the scoreboard at half-time, 4-7 to them, 6 points to Antrim. We'll run through the scores in a moment. As you can see there on your screen, Kilkenny out in the field to play. Antrim haven't quite returned yet. A difficult opening 30 minutes, but no doubt many neutrals and especially Antrim supporters around the world will be hoping that their fortunes can turn around in the second half and make this a much tighter game. So I think we've had one change from Kilkenny, so we'll confirm that in a moment. We'll just tell you the scores from the other games taking place. Tipperary are 2-17 to 6 points up on Derry. It's 2-11 to 2 points favouring Waterford against Limerick at half-time. And Galway are 6 points to the good against Wexford. They lead by 12 points to 6. Earlier on, a result, Cork beat down by 4-21 to 1-7. So that Kilkenny change I was telling you about. Sarah Crowley, number 31, is on the field to play. I haven't quite worked out exactly who she's on for yet. We'll run through that in a bit and we will tell you. So Antrim might be making the change as well. I believe that one player is going inside, so we'll keep an eye on that. Just to run through the scores in the first half, you Julianne Malone with 2-1 for Kilkenny, 4 points for Aoife Prendergast, 1-1 for Katie Nolan, a goal for Ashley McCarty, and a point from play for Laura Murphy. Roisin McCormick has gotten 5 of Antrim's 6 scores, Maeve Kelly with the other. And they'll be looking for a positive second half, lay down a marker. Next week we'll have round 3 of the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. Antrim travel to Tipperary. Kilkenny will have a home game against Waterford, last year's All-Ireland finalists, against the champions from the previous year. So the referee out in the middle of the field. Antrim are just working their way out now. So we'll be restarting the action in just a moment. I did tell you an Antrim player was warming up, Cassie McArthur. So we'll see if she comes on the field to play. Just having a look to see if there are any changes of note on the Antrim team. Looks like they're going with all 15 that went in at the break. So the referee is Brian Carney from County Kildare. Cassie McArthur is still warming up. Not going to be coming on just yet. Antrim attack the goal to the left for the second half. The ball is thrown in, the second period is underway, and it's Katie Power that takes possession for Kilkenny. There's another Kilkenny change there too, I believe. We'll double check that details for you in a second. This is Aoife Prendergast sending the ball in towards the attack, and Julianne Malone looked like she was going to chase that down, but Katrina Graham comes out together for Antrim, finds a teammate, but Janie McIntosh put the ball in the middle of the park. Antrim could do with the first score. Katrine Dobbin. Maeve Kelly got the first score of the game. That ball is going to drop short. Ciara Ryan is the Kilkenny number 21. It's on the field of play. So we'll try and work out who they're on for in a bit. That was Sarah Crowley there. Aoife Prendergast goes for a shot at the post. She's worked hard in this first half. That ball goes to the right and wide. So Katrina Graham to restart the action. Ball out towards the middle of the park. Touchdown by Laura Norris. Emer Johnston sent it across the field, but Sarah Barco's there. Down in towards the attack. And there is Julianne Malone. Going to send it towards the goal. It might work out for Aoife Prendergast. Not to be. The umpire was so sure that wide, she'd waved it before it crossed the line. So it looks like the Ciara Ryan is on for Miriam Bambrick. So that looks like to be one of the changes. Antrim with possession again is Amy Boyle. Down in towards the attack. Good play here there now as they look for that score. This is Roisin McCormack. Roisin McCormack on the move. She's very dangerous when given space. And Roisin McCormack puts the ball over the bar in the 3rd minute of the second half. Her 3rd from play. And the first score for Antrim. It's Antrim 7 points. Kilkenny 4-7. Is this the start of the comeback? Kellyanne Doyle down towards the attack. Not if Eva Prendergast has anything to say about it. She has possession. Pulling the jersey, the referee says play on. Even Prendergast continues to move inside. Has Katie Nolan in there. Katie Nolan lost the hurl, has the ball, gives it to Julianne. And Julianne Malone goes for the shot. 2 players getting away. One of them was a Kilkenny player. And Antrim have it through Siobhan McKillop. Actually, Van Martin who has the ball. She gives it to Emer Johnston. Emer Johnston gets hooked by Ciara Ryan. But Emer will keep going. Past the 65-metre line. Past the other 65. Antrim have got the last 3 scores of this game. But Kilkenny have the ball. Launch down in the attack. Batted out by the keeper. Good play by Laura Murphy to send that ball down. This is Van Martin. And she'll bring it up towards the 65-metre line. Janie McIntosh. Casey Power staying very tight there. The ball goes out over the line. It's going to be a Kilkenny ball. So Kilkenny sending the ball backwards. Katie Nolan. Get the winners on that occasion. Antrim plays along the ground. Won by Katrine Dobbin. This is good play by Antrim. Erin Coulter. Erin Coulter going towards the 45-metre line. Will go for the shot at the post. I might send it in towards the house. Ciara Phelan comes out to meet that. This is Sinead O'Keefe. I think Niamh Deely is the other player that's gone off at half-time. Peter Clare using the bench effectively. In these opening games of the championship as the linesperson to the near side of the field signals we're going to have a change for Antrim. Roisin McCormack will take this free when we start. See MacArthur is coming on. We'll see who's coming off in a second. Roisin McCormack take the free. Going to be very close into the hands of Aoife Norris. Anna McKillop is the player that makes way. Action the far side of the field as Antrim try and get their supporters up in the cheer about after a disappointing opening half where they conceded 4 goals. Katie Power to Laura Murphy. Laura loses the hurl. They play a bit of football in Kilkenny. Ciara Ryan. With possession. Referee says too many steps. So it's going to be an Antrim free. Just outside their own 65-metre line. So Roisin McCormack. Katrine Dobbin just overhits the pass inside. And Kilkenny will move it out the field. Laura Murphy. Down towards the attack. Eva Prendergast trying to get a bit of space, but Van Martin should win the race for this. The Antrim number 6. Has the ball. Sends it out for touch. And it's going to be a sideline cut for Kilkenny. Derry, Tipperary and Kilkenny were the winners in the opening weekend. And as things stand, Kilkenny and Tipperary will be picking up their second wins of the campaign. Waterford will be getting their first. Still a bit of camogie to play. The scramble for the ball. Just inside the Antrim D. Janie McIntosh gets it out towards the middle of the park. Laura Norris meets it first time. Finds a teammate. Kilkenny on the move again. Crossfield ball for Ciara Ryan. Needed an extra touch. Needed a teammate, Laura Murphy. Gets herself hooked. Referee says a foul on the hard-working Antrim defender, Claire McKillop. So Evan Martin will take the fray. But cut out again by Kilkenny, Ciara Ryan. Starting to exploit a bit of space again, Sarah Barco. Going for the shot. And Kilkenny get their first score of the second half. Sarah Barco putting the ball over the bar. It's now Kilkenny 4-8. Antrim 7 points. Another change being made for Kilkenny. As you can see there, number 27 on your screen, that's Sophie O'Dwyer. And coming on for Aoife Prendergast. Kilkenny used 20 players in their opening win against Limerick. And we're getting more players on the field to play today. Referee spotted a foul, saying number 4 is the guilty party. So Katie Nolan, as we mentioned earlier on, she's well able to take frees. She got 4 points in the victory against Limerick. One of them was when we placed ball. Already with 1-1 to her name in this. Sends the ball towards the house. Julianne Malone trying to get the touch on that. Antrim clear it out. Out towards the middle. Great take by Katrine Dobbin. And again, the ball doesn't travel far enough. Katie Power with the pink boots. Gives it to Laura Norris. Ciara Ryan. Ciara Ryan spreading the play well in the middle of the park. Ball just gets away from Ashley McCarthy. 2 Antrim defenders there. Faye McIntosh and Claire McKillop. Faye wearing the number 2 jersey. You see Sophie O'Dwyer in there for Kilkenny. Erin Coulter comes in to help out. We're going to throw this in. On the 20-metre line. Nearly 10 minutes gone in the second half. Ball thrown in. And there's a chance here with Sarah Barco. The shot. A goal for Kilkenny. The ball just seemed to get away from her, but she lodged the hurl out. Caught Antrim off guard. Puts the ball into the back of the net. Kilkenny get their 5th goal of the match. Sarah Barco gets her first. It's Kilkenny 5-8. Antrim 7 points. And a sucker punch for Antrim, as they were hoping that they could really make inroads in the second half. Maybe they will yet. Kilkenny with 5 goals. Out towards the middle of the park. Katie Power has worked hard in midfield. Laura Murphy launches it down towards the attack. They just get the feeling they want to give Julianne Malone her hat-trick. This is Julianne Malone! And it went low, but to the left and wide. But a one-on-one situation. So 11 minutes gone in the second half. We'll have a tour around the country, see what's happening in the other games. I'll be keeping an eye on what's going on here. Down in Enniscorthy has gotten very tight. But there's contrasting scores coming in from Enniscorthy. Well, actually, we can tell you it's a 2-point ball game. It's Galway 1-9, Wexford 1-7. The reason we were getting mixed up earlier on, the intermediate game is on at the same time. Galway winning that one 16 points to 6. The ball goes out wide. And we can confirm now in the Senior Camogie Championship, it's Galway 1-9, Wexford 1-7. So that's a very, very close one. Plays out in the middle of the park. Waterford 3-12, Limerick 3 points is the latest score. As we watch the action on your screen, we'll finish off going through our games. Tipperary 5-19, Derry 10 points. They are all latest scores from the other 2 o'clock games. So the Galway-Wexford match, look at the tie-up there at the moment. Whistle blows for a free out. And we're going to have a substitution. Jez Derva Cosgrove coming on for Antrim. So Antrim making a change with 17 minutes to go. That's Fionnuala Kelly who's coming off. Remember in the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship, we have 2 groups of 6 this year. The top team in each group goes straight into the All-Ireland semi-finals. Second and third will cross-play in the quarter-finals. We got the honour of playing those games in Croke Park last year. I'm not too sure of any arrangement similar is in place for this year. Antrim have a free. But it was great last year to see the Camogie players of Antrim, Tipperary, Kilkenny and Cork lining out in Croke Park in All-Ireland quarter-final days because they were played on a Saturday and Sunday. There's a little take there and a chance for a shot. Cassie McCarthy puts the ball over the bar. The substitute gets her first score of this game. And it's Antrim 8 points, Kilkenny 5-8. Aoife Norris sends the ball down the field. So it's going to be an Antrim ball. So Erin Coulter to restart the action. Gets well underneath that. Sends it towards the middle. Great take there by Laura Murphy. She has been one of Kilkenny's top players in this game. We'll have the player of the match afterwards. Julia Malone is another 2 goals to her name. Sends the ball in towards the house, but nobody inside except Katrina Graham. And Katrina sends the ball out the field towards the middle of the park. Ball was bouncing around like a ping pong there. Maeve Kelly saw it late, but herself and Katrina Dobbin have done well. Katrina shows great skill. Gives a pass across the Roisin McCormick, cut out by Kellyanne Doyle. Referee spots a foul, free for Antrim. And a very scoreable free, you would feel. Antrim did get 2 goals last week against Derry from Roisin McCormick and Derva Cosgrove. They'd love to get another couple before this game finishes as we enter the final quarter. Roisin McCormick with the free. That's gone wide. First wide of the second half for Antrim. Remains a 5-goal game. 5-8 to 8 points. As Aoife Norris gets us up and going again. Ball gets away from everyone will stay in play. Just went out. Sarah Barco might disagree, but we can tell you from our vantage point it definitely went out. Good call by the linesperson. I think it'll end up being a Kilkenny ball anyway. So Katie Nolan to take this. She's another player that's had a prominent part in this game. Set up 2 points as well as the 1-1 that she's gotten. Emer Johnston. Trying to clear it there. Kilkenny still fighting. Katie Power. Pass down. Julianne Malone. Might go herself. Looking around for better options. Very unselfish. Trying to pick out Sophie O'Dwyer. Antrim have the ball. Claire McKillop sends it out the field. All of a sudden space opens up here. Maeve Kelly, would you go for a point? Probably had a bit more time. Ball goes wide. But Antrim, when they moved it out quickly, all of a sudden they found gaps in the Kilkenny defence. Laura Murphy. Looks like she's gone back to her midfield role. Asha McCartney. Having a great tussle there. Referee gives the steps against her. I was just going to say she's on a great tussle with Amy Boyle. So it's going to be a free out for Antrim. Megan McGarry is coming out to take this. Roisin McCormick gets inside 3 players. We'll go for the shot. Laura Murphy is stuck with her, but Antrim may have another go. Katrine Dobbin. A ball goes over the bar. Good score by Katrine Dobbin. You can hear the Antrim supporters. So stay behind their team. 9 points for Antrim, 5-8 to Kilkenny. When you put it in context too, it's 13 scores against 9 just on the Kilkenny side. 5 of them have been green flags. Sarah Barco got one of them. She got the last one of them. She's on the move again as Sarah Barco. Get within range, goes for the shot. Katrina Gray was taking no chances with that. The ball goes over the bar. Kilkenny hit back with a score from Sarah Barco, 5-9 to 9 points. Kilkenny are making a change. Not ready for it yet. And Sophie O'Dwyer. And she puts the ball over the bar to Sophie O'Dwyer. With 11 minutes to go. And Kilkenny are making that change. We'll tell you about it in a second. Both Kilkenny 5-10, Antrim 9 points. Katie Power is coming off. And it's Danielle Quigley that enters the field of play. She's wearing the number 35 jersey. So wherever you are in the world, we hope you're enjoying our coverage here of the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship, brought to you in association with Antrim. Ashley McCartney goes for a shot at the post. It's going to drop down there. Julia Malone was inside, but I think it's a square ball against her, or a free out. Not to be. Antrim will be making a change themselves. So we're keeping on top of all the activity on the bench. And Ellen McIntosh comes on for Siobhan McKillop. As I mentioned earlier on, Ellen McIntosh, the twin sister of cornerback Faye. Faye wearing the number 2 jersey. Just over 10 minutes of normal time remaining. Looks like Katrina Graham is okay and fit to continue. So Kilkenny on course for their second win in the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. Let's have a look around the grounds while we watch the action. Tipperary has stretched their lead against Derry to 5-22 to 10 points. This is Katie Nolan. Out to Sarah Barco. And this is Danielle Quigley getting her first touch of the game. And Danielle Quigley puts the ball over the bar. Great start for her. Sarah Barco involved again. Waterford lead Limerick by 5-13 to 5 points, so they've added a couple of goals there. We'll watch this Kilkenny attack and then we'll check what's happening in the Scorty. Ashley McCartney with the shot, puts it over the bar. And Kilkenny now go 5-12 to 9 points in front. 4 scores in a row for the Leinster champions. We're going to have a hold up and play. I can tell you it's very, very tight in the Scorty. 1 point between them. Galway 111, Wexford 110. And just in case you're out and about, you want to watch Dublin and Clare. They'll be playing at 4 o'clock. Not live now, but I think it's in St. Peregrine's. This is our featured match. Yvonne Martin is okay and back on her feet. So Katrina Graham Down towards the attack, knocked forward there for Antrim. Might work out here for Dervin Cosgrove. Sinead O'Keefe gets in the way. Amy Boyle, where's number 7 for Antrim? Kilkenny winning the ball back. Inside their own 65-metre line, Laura Murphy. Sends it in towards the attack for Julianne Malone. That ball goes over the bar. It's a fantastic score by Julianne Malone with 7 minutes to go. Laura Murphy with the assist. Antrim making the change. We'll keep you updated on all the scores. We can tell that's Maria McKenna who's coming on the field to play for Antrim. She's replacing Yvonne Martin. Julianne Malone getting her first score of the second half. Now, exactly 5 minutes ago, we were saying it was 13 scores to 9. Well, now Kilkenny have 13 points to go to 5 goals. 2 players collide there. Play on, says the referee. Kilkenny are getting in their stride for the closing sprint. Ashley McCarty goes for the shot that goes to the left and wide. I've no doubt when we talk to the Kilkenny manager, Peter Clear, afterwards, he'll be talking about missed opportunities. Manager's always looking for that extra bit. Now towards the middle of the park, Kellyanne Doyle knocks it down for Katie Nolan. Katie Nolan to Laura Murphy. Laura Murphy looks for the space inside. The number 19, Julia Malone. Oh, give the pass over Sarah Barco. Didn't come with her, might come again. And it's won there by Claire McKillop. Now towards the middle of the park, battled down by Sinead O'Keefe. Good battle there with Janie McIntosh. Was the Kilkenny player that wins the ball. Moves a bit closer, has options to the right. Might go herself, gives it across. And she picked the one in the middle. That was Megan McGarry, the full back, but Sophie O'Dwyer has broken it down. She'll go for the score, surely. Sophie O'Dwyer with the shot. The ball goes over the bar. 5.5 minutes to go. It's 5-14 to 9 points. As we're having another change there. I think Laura Murphy is going off. For Kilkenny, she's done her bit. Emma Shortall is the player that comes on for Kilkenny. Can Antrim get a goal before the finish? Roisin McCormick sending it down towards the attack. But Kilkenny, they're just well oiled at the moment now. Grace Walsh won that ball, picked out a teammate, the ball's driven down the other end of the field. Maria McKenna got in the way there, but Kilkenny have the ball again. Katie Nolan with the space, puts it over the bar. The all started with Grace Walsh winning the ball in defence. Kilkenny 5-15, Antrim 9 points. 4.5 minutes to go. And keep an eye on that game and in the score team for the last couple of minutes as well. Both teams have got a goal each since. It's Galway 2-13, Wexford 2-10. Tipperary and Waterford on their way to victories in the other matches. And this is Julianne Malone. She'll be disappointed with her second half shooting. But did score one wonder point. So Antrim trying to pull the trigger there with Laura Norris and say no. And Kenny on the move again, Sarah Barco. Goes wide. And worry here for Maeve Kelly. Hopefully it's just a bit of cramp. A crucial player for Antrim as they bring through these All-Ireland winning juniors of 2022 to back up their intermediates of 2021. So we're going to have a hold up for a few minutes, 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining. It's a beautiful day up here in Belfast. As good a place to be on a summer's day if you're planning summer holidays in Ireland this year. And thanks to everyone here in the Naomh Eoin Club who've looked after us so well. It's Corrigan Park, a venue that's really stepped up while Casement Park is going through development. New main county grounds in Antrim for the time being anyway, as Megan McGarry sends the ball down towards the attack. That's a great take. And you just have to admire Kilkenny that they keep their focus. Has the pace dropped a little bit? Yes, it has. Has it dropped much? Not that much. Megan McGarry will come back to win that ball. Needs support. Gives it out to Maria McKenna. Passes inside. Very dangerous spun there, but it's okay. Claire McKillop. Across the field. Roisin McCormick. Kilkenny though, still getting the hurling there, getting the touches. This is Erin Coulter, has pushed up the field as Erin, and this is a great one from Erin Coulter. Can she finish it with a score? Just didn't get the contact on it that she wanted. You probably heard the groan of an Antrim supporter in the background. So we're inside the final minute of normal time. We'll keep an eye out for how much added time they'll be played. I'll be expecting a few minutes due to the substitutions. Katie Nolan. Another player that's played their part, but Antrim win the ball back. Erin Coulter. Janie McIntosh won the ball originally. Gerva Cosgrove trying to get space, but Grace Walsh is having none of it. And this is won by Sarah Barco. Down towards Ciara Ryan. Julianne Malone when she getting this. Kilkenny in control here now. Down towards the attack, go to the collision there. Nothing malicious in it, but not as serious as first feared. Katie Nolan gets back on her feet. Referee just stopped it to make sure she was okay. And you have to say one thing now, this is good refereeing. I know at times it might look like stopping him for the sake of stopping him, but there was the potential clash of a head. Referee Brian Carney is saying, let's just get her double check to be sure. She got up very, very quickly. No doubt there's nothing to be concerned about if you're a Kilkenny supporter, or particularly a Katie Nolan supporter. So just follow protocols there to make sure she is okay. We're inside injury time. Haven't seen from any of the officials how much added time we're going to have. But Kilkenny are about to pick up their second win in this year's Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. Unfortunately for Antrim, it'll be their second defeat. Katie Nolan is okay. Asha McCarty has the ball. She's got one goal already. Can she get her second? She's options to the left. She's going to go her seventh in the back of the net. A goal for Kilkenny, and Asha McCarty puts the ball into the back of the net. Their sixth goal of the game. It's Kilkenny 6-15, Antrim 9 points. She's played her part in this victory. Katie Nolan. Treen Dobbin. Amy Boyle takes the ball. And again, Kilkenny just intercepting The referee has blown the final whistle. It's all over here. And Kilkenny get their second victory. It was 4 goals scored in the first half that proved to be the difference between the teams. Julia Malone got 2 of them. Katie Nolan and Asha McCarthy also on target to give them a commanding 13-point advantage. Antrim were competitive in the third quarter, outscoring their opponents by 3. Well, they didn't outscore them because Kilkenny did get their 5th goal from Sarah Barco, but they got 3 scores, 2-2. But Kilkenny finishes stronger, 1-7 unanswered in the closing stages. Asha McCarthy with the 6th goal for them, and they will march on. No doubt Antrim will be disappointed. They'll reflect in this, but they'll get themselves ready for a trip to Tip in 7 days' time for Kilkenny, a mouth-watering contest at home against Waterford. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment. Also, the chairperson, Karen McCormick, will be presenting the Glen Dimplex Player of the Match Award, and we will hear from the Player of the Match and the winning manager. But the final score here in Corrigan Park at the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship, Kilkenny the winners. It finished Kilkenny 6-15, Antrim 9 points. Thank you very much and welcome back here to Corrigan Park in Belfast. We're about to present the Glen Dimplex Player of the Match, and that is Kilkenny's number 19, Julianne Malone, and she's receiving her prize there from the Ulster chairperson, Karen McCormick. That's brilliant. We'll have a quick word with Julianne there before we let you go. And Julianne, first things first, congratulations, job done, 2 wins for Kilkenny.
Yeah, job done. I suppose we came up to do a job and get a win and get 2 points, so yeah, happy.
And I have to say, it was a very professional effort. Like, Antrim put it up to you, especially in the opening 5 minutes, and in fairness, they did it in other stages of the match there as well. It wasn't just about your scores that we're talking to you right now, your movement just to get a foot in the scoreboard and gain an advantage.
Yeah, in fairness to Antrim, they did put it up to us for spells of the game. I suppose we're building on our own performance too as a team, and our team is very competitive. Like, there's space up for grabs every week. So I suppose for us it was about a team performance, and I feel like everyone put in a great effort there today. And great to see girls coming off the bench as well and getting their name on the scoreboard too. So
I think one thing Kilkenny fans will be delighted to see, and you've touched on it there as well, is the amount of players we've seen over the opening 2 weeks. There was 6 changes from last week's win against Limerick. There was new players coming off the bench. Like, in fairness, Peter Clear is making you all think about your positions and keeping competition open.
yeah, absolutely. Every week there's, you're going to training and there's place up for grabs. So no one has a position concrete yet. So I suppose not a bad thing really, keeping it nice and open, and I suppose giving every girl an equal opportunity and making girls prove themselves, which they are. So
Julianne, you got 2 goals, a hat-trick, just eluded you.
yeah, I suppose my second half performance wasn't great. Now I made some bad decisions with some wides, but hopefully next week I can build on that performance once I get the opportunity to.
It gives you something to work on, as you're saying there yourself. But you did score one fantastic point. Like, other players on the team there that stood out, say Laura Murphy, the work rate she put in. I'm only picking one there, but you can go through so many of them from defence to attack. But she sent a lovely ball across to you for that second half score.
Yeah, in fairness, I suppose I wouldn't have scored only for the girls pumping in nice ball to me. So Laura Murphy did hit some really nice ball in there in the second half. So yeah, I suppose I wouldn't get my name on the scoreboard only for them feeding the ball into me. So.
And of course in defence there as well, they sent an awful lot of ball down there. I think it was one opportunity near the end that started with Grace Walsh in defence there, and sure, Ciara Phelan and Kellyanne Doyle, they broke down an awful lot of ball in the first half.
Yeah, in fairness to the backs.
I think one of your goals came from that actually.
Yeah, they did put in a savage effort. I suppose you couldn't really pick out any fault on the team there today, so good complaint.
No, and finally, before I let you go, of course, it's 2 wins out of 2, but I think we'll agree now the next one is a step up. Waterford, they had a big victory against Limerick there today, and a game you're looking forward to in 7 days.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose it's good just to build game on game, and I suppose getting the 2 wins, building the confidence as well. So we're looking forward to next week. No, it'll be a tough battle, but I'd say we're well ready for it now.
Well, Julianne, you'll play some great tunes on the way home with that there. Congratulations to yourself. You are the Glen Dimplex player of the match.
Perfect, thanks very much.
So that's the Glen Dimplex player of the match, Julianne. Keeping an eye out there for the Kilkenny manager. If we can get him in a moment there, we will have a quick word with the Kilkenny manager. Indeed, he's doing an interview there at the moment, so I'll keep talking for a second there anyway. But of course, Kilkenny 6 goals, a big victory against Limerick last week as well, and they have 2 wins out of 2. We haven't got the results to hand at the moment, but we knew the Tipperary were well up in Derry in their match. They're on for a second victory in that group as well. And in the other group, Cork beating down by 421 to 1-7 in the opening game. Waterford, of course, were well clear of Limerick last week, checking the scoreboard there as well. So as soon as Kilkenny manager Peter Clear finishes up there with local radio in Kilkenny, we'll have a quick word with him before we finish up our broadcast here in Corrigan Park. I can tell you that I think it's finished in a draw, that game between Galway and Wexford, 2-15 apiece. So we're just checking some results here at the moment. So that is a massive result in the other group in the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. Galway drawing with Wexford down in Enniscorthy, 2-15 apiece. Result there, Waterford 5-15, Limerick 9 points. That is the result from that game in the Senior Camogie Championship. And the other result is Tipperary 5-22, Derry 13 points. So what that means in this particular group is that Kilkenny and Tipperary with 6 points apiece, Waterford and Derry with 3 points each, and Antrim and Limerick no points in that group. I'm not going to do these scores in the other group at the moment. Don't forget Dublin are playing Clare at 4 o'clock. If you're knocking around there, catch that one out or check in with your local county board there as well. We will be back next week with live coverage of round 3 of the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. The game hasn't been decided yet exactly what we will be covering, but we will be there following the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship from the start all the way to the finish, and what 2 teams will be in Croke Park on the second Sunday in August to battle it out for the O'Duffy Cup. We certainly know from what we've seen here today that Kilkenny will be in that conversation. There's a lot of camogie to be played, and no doubt we were talking to Julianne again or to Peter in a moment. He'll be telling us exactly the same thing there as well. So we hope you stick with us here in the Camogie Association YouTube channel in association with Antrim for all our coverage of the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. But we're just holding in one more moment there now before we wrap up. We'd like to thank Conor, who was on camera here for us today in association with Antrim for the broadcast. But I think it was only so long I can keep myself going here as well. So we might wrap up our broadcast here of the game. We'll check out local radio with KCLR for a reaction from Peter Clear, the Kilkenny manager on this game. You've heard from the Glen Dimplex player of the match, Julianne Malone. But we're going to finish up here today. Again, thanks to everybody here from Naveown and Corrigan Park for hosting us today. We were delighted to be here. Unfortunately for Antrim supporters, you didn't get the results that you wanted, but no doubt you'll go down to Tipperary with positivity. Indeed, we just held up long enough there to get Peter. Peter, I was just about to wrap up there, but it's great. No, you don't have to be sorry about, because you're talking to local radio. It's very, very important as well. But delighted to talk to you here. First things first, congratulations, job done, 2 wins out 2.
Yeah, very efficient. We're very happy with the first 2 games. We've loads to work on as well, but you know, if you said to us at the start we'd have 2 wins from 2 games and be going into Waterford next week, we would have taken that. So we're on the right trajectory, so we're very happy with today's result.
I know when the team scores 6-15, it's weird to talk about some of the chances that you missed, but there will be some chances you'd be very, very disappointed if they're not taking it, especially against Waterford next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose the positive is we were creating loads of chances, which was fantastic. I suppose our efficiency in front of goal on a couple of occasions, you know, there was 2 or 3 goal chances that we felt we should have been more ruthless and clinical. But having said that, when you score 6 goals, you know, you have to be happy with that. And definitely our decision making in the second half, first 15 minutes of the second half, we kind of you know, made a few poor decisions. But having said that, over the course of the game, as a panel and as a squad, it was a great performance. And you know, I think there was 3 or 4 girls, 5 girls actually made their championship debut for Kilkenny at senior level today. So brilliant that our panel is gaining confidence and strength as we're going along.
I touched on that when I was talking to Julianne, because you had 6 changes from last week. You brought new names on there as well. As you mentioned, 5 debutants. And that's what you have to do, especially when you're playing 3 consecutive weeks. Look at all your options.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on the back of a Leinster campaign, 3 games in a row. So this is our 5th game in 5 weeks. And obviously we've got Waterford next week for 6 and 6. So the games are coming thick and fast. And I suppose we made sure to use the league as an opportunity to get game time into all of our panel, because we knew when this block came we were going to have to use them. So it was fantastic for the panel that, you know, we go back training Tuesday night and everybody has a real life chance of starting against Waterford, which is a massive headache for me and the management team, but great for the girls because it's huge excitement this time of the year and massive game next week against Waterford.
Yeah, you've taken away a question I was going to ask you at the end, because from what I've seen here today, it's going to be very, very hard to make that decision, but no doubt you'll take time to think about that. What you will have been happy about is when you got into your stride in the first half, the movement, the link-up play, the spreading of the ball from defence as well. Like I could talk about Ciara Phelan, I could talk about Grace Walsh, Kellyanne Doyle, all the way up to Laura Murphy and further up the fields, but that created the opportunities, and then your inside players linked up well for the 4 first half goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in the first half in particular we were particularly ruthless, and when we got the couple of goal chances we really took them, and as I said, I think we're 4-7 at half time, so we're very happy with that. But most of our scores would have, I suppose, come from huge work rate around the pitch, whether it be corner forward getting in a block or a hook, or a corner back just steadying the ship and playing a clever little ball and working through the channel. So look, as I said, we've a brilliant panel, we've a great group of girls, the spirit is magnificent amongst the group. But look, we're very, you know, we know it's only the second game in the All-Ireland series. There's a lot more camogie to be done, but you know, we're very happy where we're at. And as I said to you, there's fierce excitement now. Looking forward to Waterford next weekend.
Yeah, just a couple before I let you go, Peter. But it's good to hear you talk like that. I know it's only round 2 of the championship. There's a long, long way to go, and Kilkenny's aspirations go well beyond today. But we were talking during the league about players that you were missing, and of course, agonising opening day. I was down in Nolan Park, the opening day defeat against Cork, and it was a tough league. But it's great to be talking about players back. I know you don't have Denise Call, I know you don't have Ciara Phelan, but you pretty much nearly have everyone else.
Oh yeah, we've 35 players in our panel, and they're as honest as the day is long, and as I said to you, I couldn't fault any of them. The work rate they put in, their genuineness, their honesty, it's just brilliant. So they're a pleasure to deal with, a pleasure to work with. As I said to you, we're not getting carried away. We've won 2 games in the All-Ireland series. You know, we know a hell of a lot more next weekend. But you know, it's not about any one individual player with this Kilkenny group. It's about the squad. And you mentioned there 6 players came in, but it was seamless. There was no finding their feet. They just slotted straight in. And you know, Ciara Phelan is a perfect example. She didn't start last. She started Leinster final, didn't start last week, and she comes in today and starts and has a magnificent game again. You know, so we're building a really strong panel, and yeah, that's it's a nice place for us to be in.
Yeah, like you like the Kira Ryan getting involved in the score early, Sophie O'Dwyer as well. I could go through so many more. You mentioned Kira Phelan. Finally, before I let you go, of course, next week it's Kilkenny against Waterford. No doubt that was one of the games you would have marked down at the start of the campaign when you knew the draw. Your message for Kilkenny fans, that's a home game, and no doubt you'll be looking for a big black and amber support.
Yeah, we're hoping for a massive crowd to come out and support us. When you're bringing the All-Ireland finalists into Nolan Park, it's a really exciting time for the girls as well. So we're really looking forward to the opportunity to get back and play a big game in front of our home fans. Hopefully the weather will be fantastic again like today. The girls deserve a big turnout. I think there's go games and stuff planned for half time as well. So there'll be a huge Kilkenny support in with the under 12s, and that's brilliant for the promotion of the game. And our girls are very conscious of that as well. So really looking forward to a feast at Camogie in Kilkenny next Saturday, and hopefully we can keep up our end of the bargain and get a good performance and a good result.
Well, hopefully we get down there too, but we look forward to it. Best of luck on the way, Peter, and congratulations today. Thanks a million.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So that was the Kilkenny manager, Peter Cleary. Managed to keep the broadcast going long enough. We've given you all the results of today in that big news from Enniscorthy, where Wexford and Galway have drawn. Again, thanks a million for joining us here on the Camogie Association YouTube channel in association with Entry. And again, our thanks to our cameraman and producer, Connor, there behind. I'm Darren Kelly. We'll be back again next week with live coverage of round 3 of the Glen Dimplex All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. But here, it's Kilkenny's day. They'll be playing the tunes on the way back to Northside. The final score, Kilkenny 6-15, Antrim 9 points.